whether it helps them get stuff off their chest, or I had one of them tell me he you probably maybe seen it. He's a wrestler, and he played college football. He played 7 years arena football, and he became a professional wrestler. He also did jiu-jitsu and MMA. And when I said it back to him, and after we talked, he went, "Wow." Yeah. He didn't realize his life. Wow. So when you talk about your life and what you're about to do, it'll help you. So whatever you say, it's going to help you, but it's also going to help the person listening.
Yeah, most definitely. I believe things happen for a reason, and sometimes you're in a moment for the exact reason. Like, I don't know, just when I got here, I just really was sitting down. Like I said, I just had a very emotional day, and I don't know, I just kind of felt like
tell me about it.
Oh man, I won't get too detailed, but I just, one, my mom, and then two, I was telling my partner, I was just telling her a story of my past, of why a friend relationship was ruined. And it just, again, it goes all with just trauma, and how trauma can just affect your mental state in such a negative way. And I've ruined so many close relationships. Like, I miss my old friends, but I've ruined it in so many ways of just being so selfish. And God, I'm so emotional. Jesus, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, no, I said, trauma's really affected my life tremendously, and I'm grateful that I've had music to really help me not focus on the negative things in life, I guess you could say. But just some things like that popped off today, and it just brought back some other feelings and memories, and yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, it's probably really tough dealing with your mom with cancer, huh?
It is. It truly is. It is. It's not easy, but she was in good spirit today, so yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good. And she stays here in Denver, and both your parents?
Yeah. So they live out in Commerce, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the newer side of Commerce, so next to Brighton and stuff. But yeah, thankfully my immediate family is here. I have an older sister who has kids, and yeah.
How many siblings do you have?
Just one.
Just one? So you have nieces and nephews and stuff?
3 nephews. Yeah, she had 3 boys, so.
You love your nephews?
I do love my nephews. I love them very much, very, very much, yeah.
Yeah, I know what it's like. I have a niece. I love her like she's my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when she just had a baby, and she bring her baby daddy over here to talk to me. I had to grill him like a dad and stuff. So I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So tell me, how did you end up going to Colombia, and you're in Colombia, and you say you had some trauma and some stuff like that. Do you remember Colombia, like stuff like that?
I do. Like I said, I get bits and pieces. There's a few memories that I have, but it's just mostly like things that terrified me as a child, and that's really honestly most of the memory that I have. And it's unfortunate that as a child you truly do sometimes just remember more of the negative things than the positives, especially if it impacts your brain chemistry. You feel me? It's different. And yeah, those are literally the only memories I have of Colombia and Finland. But my happy memories, I do have some in Illinois, and then of course once I got older in Colorado. But yeah.
So things start. Do you mind me asking what kind of trauma?
No, yeah. So when I was in Finland, I unfortunately was molested and raped. My family and we lived in a refugee camp out in Finland. And in these camps, it was still a building that was just filled with a bunch of refugees, it just brought different types of people in and out. And unfortunately, I was just, I guess, at the wrong place at the wrong time. And yeah, I was taken advantage. I was about 6 years old, and those memories really impacted my whole childhood life. Like, when we came to Illinois, I used to speak so much Spanish when I was a child, and for some reason, of course, granted, once you come to America, of course you're gonna speak more English, and you would kind of think like, oh, maybe that's why you forgot Spanish, but like it the trauma really caused something in my brain chemistry to like almost forget a whole language that I had. And I also started to develop like a speech impediment. And it was,
wow.
Yeah. It was
trying to black it out.
Yeah. And I didn't understand it as a child. And honestly, I tried blocking everything out until one time I was about 14, 15 years old. And I was in the shower. And so I was already here in Colorado. I was in the shower, and where I got assaulted was in a bathroom. And so I was in the shower, just whatever, washing my hair, and then boom, I just got like a huge like PTSD, like an episode of just like, imagine you're just sitting here and you're watching a movie, and you're just like watching a movie silently, and that's what happened. I just started remembering everything.
Hitting you the memories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow, that was probably terrifying.
Yeah, it was something. Sorry, I'm just like.
It's okay. Take your time.
Shaky.
Yeah. Especially if it's something you don't talk about every day.
No, not at all. No, but I think it's good to talk about things like this because I know a lot of people probably have a similar story.
Very much so.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Was it somebody you knew or just a stranger?
So in Finland, I would hang out with this. So I was 6, and I would hang out with this 9-year-old girl. And I just recently actually found out about a year ago that this 9-year-old girl, my parents told me, she had an older brother. And so the only memory I have is so me and this 9-year-old girl, we would play that we were married. So she would also do things to me, and I think things were happening to her now that I'm older. You do what happened, you know what I mean?
She was doing what was happening to her, for sure.
And in one memory I have of in the bathroom is a male who I could never picture his face. All I see is a shadow. Till this day, I still see a shadow. And it was about almost a year ago, when I was talking to my family about it. And my mom told me that she had an older brother, and she thinks that it was probably the older brother. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't even know.
You blocked it out so much, you just see a shadow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry.
I appreciate that.
But it's all right because you're still here.
Yeah.
What don't break you, don't kill you, make you better.
Very true. And unfortunately, I really believe in when a door is open like that, let's say what trauma is open like that, it almost repeats itself. And unfortunately, it did repeat itself when I was 25.
Again?
At a workplace, yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. It's crazy, but...
What happened?
I used to work for this company called United Site Services, which was a porta potty company. And this was in 2018. And this company is really big from state to state. And so I don't know if you ever heard of the event Burning Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody ran into the fire one year.
The whole event is very demonic, I think. It's very wild. But I was asked to travel out there for work because there's going to be, it's just that company has a bunch of porta potties, and they also like fill up water tanks for RVs and stuff. So they're like, yeah, we asked people from different states to go. Would you like to go? And I was like, yeah, for sure. Why not? So I'm going to Burning Man for free. That's so cool,
Yeah.
Because at the time, I'm like a huge festival goer. So I was like, hell yeah, that's dope.
That's a big festival.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's dope. Only the rich go, really, if I'm being honest. So I was like, for sure. So I get there, and there's the majority of employees are males. So I'm thinking they probably have like 100 plus of employees there. And it's me and maybe like 5 women. And I'm like being 100% serious. And so they put all the women in one RV, and then the rest, like to where we sleep, and then the rest are just in other RVs they're sharing. So I'm supposed to be there for 7 days. I believe it was 7 days. And so every time during the day we would work, we would either clean porta potties, or you would be assigned to go fill up the water tanks in RVs. And thankfully that was my job. And I was like, cool, like when you fill up the water tanks, you get a lot of tips. And again, Burning Man, it's the rich go. Like people that got money go. There's even famous people go. Kim Kardashian has gone before. The Victoria's Secret models are there. And Burning Man is just a festival where you just go at a really open space somewhere in Nevada. It's just like dirt, and people bring wood to build. Like, you build places, like you build a bar, you build your little stay, and at the end of this event, everyone in the festival burns a Burning Man, and everyone's naked. It's all about sex, drugs, literally. I swear to God, wow. That's what this whole event is about. And so we would work our shift, and once the shift is over, which I believe it was like usually like 4 to 5 p.m., you could drink.